Hello, Ms. Ambassador. Thanks for joining us.
Hello, Allah. How are you?
Good, good, good. Who exactly extended an apology to you on behalf of the Lebanese government? Because according to the Minister of Information, Mana Abdel Samad, the Lebanese government did not extend any apology to you.
Well, unfortunately, I think the Minister of Information doesn't have all the information. I'm going to let the government speak for themselves, but I can assure you and your viewers that I was contacted yesterday afternoon by a very high-ranking and well-placed official in the Lebanese government. And this official expressed apologies, conveyed that this ruling did not have proper standing, and that the government would take the necessary steps to reverse it.
Do you think that your statement, being straightforward, are actually hurting Hezbollah for such an unprecedented step to be taken?
Well, as I mentioned in my interview with Al-Hadith a few days ago, Nasrallah's threatening language was inappropriate and it seemed very defensive. Maybe Hezbollah felt threatened because I called them out for having contributed to this economic crisis. You know, when you think about Lebanese corruption, the spiraling currency crisis, you know, it's all created a very serious economic crisis that really needs to be addressed. So I think this is all a distraction from that. And it's unfortunate because it also has a chilling effect on freedom of expression and freedom of the media. The attempt to silence the Lebanese media in a country that is, you know, really known for having a vibrant media, it's really pathetic. It doesn't belong in Lebanon. That kind of action belongs in a country like Iran.
Mr. Ambassador, the State Department described this move or felt sorry for Hezbollah. In your opinion, would this step affect or hurt the U.S. relations with Lebanon?
Well, it's unfortunate. And, you know, as I was saying, because I think it has implications for the Lebanese people, which want to hear the full range of views. And they can draw their own conclusions if we have a civilized debate, you know, absent, you know, violence and threatening language. But unfortunately, I think because of this action, Lebanon is going to have a bit of a black eye reputationally because the international media just got all over this. So I would suggest that we all try to put this chapter behind us. It's an unfortunate incident, but we really have much more important issues to focus on. And I would urge that all of us, and the country's leaders in particular, focus on those very much needed and long overdue economic reforms to help dig this economy out of the economic crisis that they find themselves in.
So, with all this happening, does this position mean we entered a new phase on confrontations as these sanctions take effect? Probably new sanctions are going to be taking place. We heard Schenker is mentioning that new sanctions are going to take place in Lebanon. He's talking about Magnitsky. So is it because everything is not working for Hezbollah and more things are coming to Lebanon under the government, they felt that your language is offensive here in Lebanon?
I don't know what Hezbollah's motivations are, and I don't see any real connection with U.S. sanctions, which are quite targeted, whether you're talking about sanctions that go after terrorist organizations. We've recently been talking a lot about the Caesar Act. These are sanctions not targeted at the Lebanese people, but at the Assad regime in Syria to try to deprive them of the resources to perpetuate this campaign of violence against the civilians in Syria. And Assistant Secretary Schenker has also talked about the Global Magnitsky Act. And this is not limited to Lebanon. It's a worldwide set of sanctions to go after those who are grossly corrupt. Now, there may be some people in Lebanon who could be candidates for being designated under the Magnitsky Act. And I would imagine that they could very well cross the political and sectarian spectrum. But we'll have to see what happens on that.
Yes, Ambassador in Lebanon, thank you so much for your time.